Welcome to this trauma-informed yoga class all about helping our posture so that we can stand tall and strong. It may be handy to have a block for this practice, so go ahead and grab that and we'll get started. You can join me sitting in a comfortable seat today. I'm up on a block because that feels better for my hips. And today's practice is all about posture. So we'll start with a nice, strong, tall posture. You can imagine that there's a string pulling you up from the top of your head. Perhaps trying to think about your ears being in line with your shoulders, being in line with your hips. When you feel like you have a pretty good grasp of that shape, you can work on a little bit of strengthening through the shoulder blades. So sitting here, bringing your shoulder blades back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together for a moment, and then relaxing, and then squeezing again, and then relaxing. And you can work through this at your own speed, moving as fast or as slow as you would like. You can hold your shoulder blades in as long or as short as you would like. And as you're doing this, maybe you try and continue to focus on that nice tall posture, that string coming up from the top of your head. One more time, nice little squeeze of those shoulder blades together. And then you can relax the body, maybe give your body a second to just slouch. It can be really hard for those postural muscles to hold us nice and tall. Working through the next shape for some strength for the posture, I invite you to bring your arms up in front of your face so they're kind of in line with your eyes. Once again, thinking about that nice string pulling you tall. And from here, if it feels comfortable, you're going to bring your arms up. Imagine that there's a wall in front of you and you're gliding your arms up a wall, and then you're gliding them back down. And we'll go through this a few times. Once again, moving at your own speed, at your own pace. Slow and controlled can work the posture a little bit more. And as you're lifting those arms up, trying, if you can, to keep those shoulders down. Once more, bring those arms up if you're still with me. And bringing them back down, nice and slow, shoulders down. Excellent. You can put your arms down. Once again, maybe give yourself a bit of a slouch, give your body a bit of a break. We'll work through one more shape in this sitting posture that we're in, working through thoracic extension, that middle part of your back. So from here, I want you to try and think about lifting your chest up towards the sky. So that same string, you can imagine it's coming from your chest and it's pulling you up from your chest. So we're just really shining our chest forward. Your head can stay neutral. It doesn't have to go back. And then you can bring that chest down. If it feels better for you or more comfortable, you can put the hands behind the head as you shine that chest forward. And bring it back down. So whichever option feels better for you. Once more, shine that chest. And then bring it back down. All right, moving on to hands and knees. You can join me there at your own speed. If you were sitting on a block, you can just put it off to the side for a bit. From here, going into some cat-cows. If you've done practices with me before, this is a staple. So on an inhale, lowering the stomach to the ground, tailbone goes up, your head can go forward or it can go up. Exhale, rounding throughout the spine, chin to chest, tailbone goes under. Inhale, lowering the stomach to the ground, tailbone goes up. Exhale, rounding, tuck that tailbone under, chin to chest. And you can move through a few more cat-cows at your own speed, using your own breath. And if there's something else that you think will feel better for you today, absolutely, you can move through that as we do this. Once more, rounding throughout the spine into your cat. And then you can find a neutral spine here. So trying to keep that back flat, having your shoulders over your wrists, having your hips over your knees. And from here, if it feels good, trying to tuck your chin in a little bit. It's almost like you're giving yourself a bit of a double chin. That neck is going to stay nice and long. Once again, this will work on some of those neck muscles, will work on those postural muscles, holding this shape for a moment. And then you can let it go. You can relax the shoulders a little bit again. If there's any little stretches or something that feels nice, you can do that. And then once more, trying to tuck that chin in, neck nice and long. Keep that neutral spine, holding that shape, that nice posture. And then relax everything again. Maybe do some little stretches. Okay, a couple more movements while we're here on our hands and knees, working through something called thread the needle and open the book. So with this one, you're going to take your left hand, you're going to place it on the ground, those fingers nice and long and strong. You're going to take your right hand and we're going to open the book. So from here, the right arm is going to go up. The body's going to twist over to the right. You can bring your hand up above you and just twist. And then on an exhale, you can thread the needle. So you're going to take that right arm. We're going to thread it underneath the left arm, getting a stretch throughout that mid-back. You can push backwards if you'd like, so you're a little more in that child shape. Or you can keep the body up. And then on an inhale, we're going to come back and try that once more on this side. Opening up, open that book, twist the body. Exhale, bringing that arm underneath. If you have osteoporosis or you have scoliosis, sometimes these twists can not be as gentle on the body, can be a little bit different for those joints and those conditions. So just be mindful for that. Moving to the other side here. So taking that right hand, placing the right hand down on the mat, fingers nice and long and strong. Left arm is going to go up. You're opening the book, twisting over to the left. And as you exhale, rotating, threading the needle underneath that right arm. Inhale once more, open the book on this side. Exhale, rounding throughout here, threading that needle. If you get a little crack in the back, that can be pretty common with these two. Alrighty. From here, moving on to the back. So you can join me on your back. Wouldn't be a class working on posture if we didn't involve a little bit of core stability or core strength. So we'll do a bit of that now. So from here, you can imagine your body is like a pop can. It's a 360-degree cylinder. We want to try and get our breath into every area. So breathing into our lower belly, breathing into our side body, breathing into our back body if you could do that. So a nice full breath. We'll just practice one of those. Exhale. Once more. Full breath, 360 degrees. And if you feel like you don't exactly get it, that's okay. Just try and focus on using your core muscles and using your breath. From here, if it feels comfortable, you can bring both of your legs up. holding them in what I call a 90-90 shape. So we have kind of 90 degrees here, 90 degrees there. Nice deep breath, just like we just practiced. And then on your exhale, you're going to drop one foot. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop the other foot. And if this does not feel comfortable, it feels like too much work on the core, or it hurts your back, you can do it with your legs down and march the legs back and forth. So choose the variation that works for you today. Couple more of these. Exhale, drop the left leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop the right leg. Inhale, back up. Once more per side if you're still with me. Dropping the right leg, exhale, or the left leg, sorry. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop the right leg this time. Inhale, back up. And let those legs come down. Give your body a bit of a break. Maybe you rock the knees back and forth. Perhaps you bring the knees to chest. Anything that feels nice on the back and on the body. And if you would like, you can join me one more time doing those, whether or not you decide to do the marching or having the legs up to start. Your choice, as always. Exhale, lower the left leg. Inhale, come back up. As you're here, try and see if you can relax the neck if you feel like the neck is doing a lot of work. Exhale, drop the right leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop the left leg. Back up. You guessed it. Exhale, drop the other leg. Right leg down. Inhale, back up if you would like once more with me. Exhale, drop the left leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop the right. Inhale, back up. And let those legs relax once again. Maybe rock the knees side to side. Maybe bring the knees to chest. Anything that feels nice on the back and on the body. Ending with a few more stretches for posture. You can take the right leg, bend the knee, put the foot down on the mat. Take the left foot, place it on the right knee. And then just gently let that left knee drop towards the ground. Stretching throughout the low backs and hip here today. Taking the ending of this practice to come back to the breath, back to the body, back to a little bit of relaxation. Taking that left foot, putting it down and switching here. Right foot's going to go just above the left knee and then lowering that right knee to the ground. A bit of a stretch here through the right hip. Slowing down the breath. When you're ready, dropping that right foot, you can have the legs just as I am with the knees bent, or you could straighten them if you'd like and have them resting on the ground. Taking your arms into cactus arms here, so we get a bit of a chest stretch. So the elbows go out to 90 degrees. The backs of the arms are resting on the ground beneath you, allowing that chest to open. Relaxing the face and the jaw. If you notice there's anywhere else in your body that you feel is holding on, is holding tension, you could try and relax that too if you'd like. And then bringing the arms down, bringing the legs straight. One last final stretch. Stretch those feet way down to the end of your mat. Stretch those arms up above your head. Full body lengthening here. And then allow yourself to rest in whatever shape feels good. Thank you for joining me in this practice all for posture. I hope you feel tall and strong. I'll see you next time.